Miss, ladies and gentlemen, uh, taking care of business. All right, spend time being here with the children. So let's get this started. All right. Well, I'm not going to be on here too long. So I did a live earlier. Uh, see if I can get my computer set up so everybody can see. Where are we? Where we are totally going through changes in the world today. But a lot of things are going on spiritually. Um, a lot of transformations happening in front of us that the news media is not really talking about. Um, Everybody keep on talking about this reptilian thing. I'm here to let you know about this reptilian thing, right? They come on this whole Illuminati thing, all this other stuff. Just keep on going back and forth about this whole thing. All right, let me let's get down to business. My internet on this computer is acting kind of crazy and absurd. Okay, my computer's on airplane mode. Somebody put my computer on airplane mode. No, I didn't.
When I got Dad, when I went on the computer one time, the computer was on airplane mode, and I didn't put it on airplane mode.
Mm, all right. So, waiting for everything to. Okay. So, here it is. I'm about to go ahead and turn this PlayStation 5 off real quick. Bear with me, everybody. Those that's watching. Turn this PlayStation 5 off. All right. So, what I did, I have found some videos. There's not many of them. I'm not going to be on here too long. Um, it's so much that I want to talk about. I have so many earlier, but I'm gonna show the ones that I have found today. First thing first, this whole reptilian thing, right? Everybody keep on talking about this whole reptilian. What if I tell you all that you are also reptilian? What if I tell you that you are part reptilian? What if I tell you have a reptilian brain? What if I go into full detail and show you that you have a reptilian brain and that it's connected to the Kundalini? And you say like, well, what the hell is the Kundalini? I say it all the time what the Kundalini is. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people on YouTube know about this. That's spiritual and conscious. They know about this. You know what I'm saying? They know about the Kundalini. They don't want to just. They don't really want. They don't. A lot of them don't really elaborate. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna type in Kundalini again because I did this before in other lives, and I want you to really look at what I'm about to show and what the Kundalini really is. It is the Shakti energy, right? But I want you to see what it says about the Kundalini real quick. This goes to show that you're part reptilian. It is the divine feminine energy. That is what it is. That's what the Kundalini is. Right there. The divine feminine energy. I don't use Wikipedia as a source, but I'm showing you what it says. Now, when you look at this, that look like the right? But that's also connected. That's also the caduceus. The caduceus that's in the medical field. You see the wings? Okay. I'm gonna give you a serious breakdown of this. These are the main seven chakras in your body. They might show it right here, so just bear with me. These are the main seven chakras in your body that's aligned, and that little circle right there at the above, right there where right there in the middle where the wings are. Let's just say that's the crown. Okay, when it's activated, you see these wings? They are called your ethereal wings. Your ethereal wings. If you look at this caduceus, is reptiles intertwining together. That's what that is. Okay. Now, when you see this, and all this is fully activated, 114, if I'm not mistaken, 114 chakras, when they activated in the main seven or 12, when they're all activated, your etherical body transform with these wings right here. Many of you, not all of you, many of you will have those wings. Not all of you. This is the whole concept of the chosen ones right here. This is what they're not talking about. That is the ethereal part right there that turn into wings. Really a chosen one, like they keep on saying on these YouTube streets. You are what they consider a star seed or star child that is also known as an angelic human. In etheric form, you have these wings. In etheric form, you have those wings. Okay? Many of you needed to know that, but this is also what those caduceus show you, that reptilian side of who you really are. Now, you are reptilian because when you take showers, baths, and everything, that dry skin of dirt, that's actually your skin shedding like a reptile. Okay? But you have that reptilian brain, and also you're a mammal. Keep that in mind. You're both. Because when two people intertwine and reproduce, the child, which start off as semen or sperm, it moves like a serpent. It moves like a serpent, right? Like that. That is a part of you. The remnants of it is your spinal cord, your eyes, and your brain, which is also connected to the nervous system, right? Which is also connected to the brain, and the brain is also connected to it gives waves, these waves to your body, and so on, right? So where I'm going at with this, the remaining part of you, the base of the serpentine is the bottom of your spinal cord. The bottom of your spinal cord is the coil serpent, which is the base of the Kundalini energy, which is connected to all 14 chakras in your body, which is also connected to your reptilian brain. All of this. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about this. That this is the fundamental basis. From the Gnostics to the Kabbalah, all of them have some sort of connection to this. They say this is ancient Sanskrit, but this is actually ancient Kemetic. Okay? And why I say it? Because you got to remember when the pharaohs had their crown on, they had the serpent as the what? Connected to that third eye. See, nobody don't want to talk about this, but it's very serious because the Kundalini is dealing with the divine feminine energy, which is connected to what? To the mitochondrial DNA. And you're like, well, what the is the X chromosome, which is connected to the Kundalini, which is the divine feminine. See, look at this. This is something that you might want to look up. Kundalini awakening definition, causes, benefits, and techniques. I recommend you look this up and do the research yourself. Okay, I'm going to show videos and stuff about some things, but I really want y'all to know this. Look at this serpent. That's the serpent. Look at that. Look where it started at, from the base of the spinal cord, and those chakras are showing you how it's aligned. Many people keep on saying the Most High, right? The the spinal cord is what 33 vertebrae, i.e., the 33 Mason, which is equivalent to the 33 Masonic degree, is connected to the 33 degree of Freemasonry. But they're not going to tell you because it's all connected to this. Because in Jacob's ladder, which is the 33 vertebrae, which is dealing with the 33 degrees, because that means you're above freezing point, it shows how this is connected to Jacob's ladder going to the Most High. The Most High is what? The crown chakra. The crown chakra. The crown chakra is where you meet the Most High. Mm, 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 mm. So, Many of you need to understand this. What they mean by you meet the Most High, or Jacob, we go up Jacob said to meet the Most High, it means that you will have a direct link to the divine primary creator. But you got to remember, the Kundalini deals with the divine feminine energy. So you got to ask yourself a question. How on earth in Judeo Christianity, Islam, and all these other religions, how can they depict God as a he when the Kundalini itself deals with the divine feminine energy? It's easy. Because they put him before her. Because they have all the information that they took from these ancient women that were called the Sibyls of Mamiwata, which is going back into ancient Lemuria, all the above. They know this. The Vatican kept this as a secret, but the mystics of the Vatican know about this, and they try to practice this all the time behind closed doors. And also different secret societies know about this. Okay? They know about the Kundalini serpent, i.e. this. Look at the serpent though. That is the caduceus, two serpents connected together, intertwining together. And if you look at this picture, you see how the serpent wrap around, but it starts from the base, which is the base of the spinal cord, and it goes all the way around, wrap all the way around, and it goes to what? It goes directly to the cosmos. Now, I don't know about you all, but somebody in the line, I just want to share that information with you real briefly. Now, I just want to let y'all know that this is what we have access to through proper meditation, proper exercise, proper all the above, proper eating, everything you can say, it's there. Okay? Now, give me a second, beloveds. I just received something. I got to read something. All right. Okay. All right, I just have to read something. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm about to go ahead and archive. I had to read something. My apologies, beloveds. All right. Now, and I'm about to do one more thing. Archive something else. Now, this videos that I'm about to show you for fair use, for educational entertainment purposes only. I want to share something about Saturn. This video is about Saturn. So all those brothers and sisters that are religious, I need you to be open-minded and hear what's going to be said in this video. Okay? Because I feel like it's needed to be talked about. It's like all seriousness. Wait for it to load up. All right, give me some time. I'm just waiting for it to load up now. It's taking so much forever to do this. All right, now I shared this video with a couple of the mods. Check it out. You see this? The Saturn code.
Saturn is Satanists worship the goat. The god himself is a symbol of Saturn because this planet is enthroned in Capricorn, whose emblem is a goat. And you see them on Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Baroness, Philippine de Rothschild. This is called the magic square of Saturn, 666. This is the sigil of Saturn, the most obvious symbol of Freemasonry. Balmoral, the Scottish home of the royal family, the sigil of Saturn. This is an ancient symbol of Saturn. They then took it and put it on their fiefdom of Israel, the symbol of the Soviet Union, the symbol of Saturn, the hammer and the sickle. This is a permanent hexagon in the North Pole of Saturn. He's also the six-pointed star, and he's also the cube. The Kaaba is a symbol of Saturn. The black cube that Jewish people put on their third eye as part of their ritual is Saturn. So all these symbols are all representations of the freaks that's playing us. Plato referred.
Let's try to play that again. I really want y'all to understand. But look at this, what they say about Saturn. Check it out. Read that carefully. Y'all read that? Now I'm going to scroll down. I really wanted y'all to see. Metaphysically, Saturn, metaphysically, is Shaitan. Okay? But guess what? There's a day of the week in the Gregorian calendar that is listed, and it's called Saturday. Okay? If you look at the Gregorian calendar, Sunday is the first day of the week. Monday is the second. Tuesday is the third. Wednesday is the fourth. Thursday is the fifth, right? Oh, no. It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hold on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday is the 6th. But it's supposed to be the 7th. Let's get down to that. Because you got to remember Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Right? So Saturday would be considered the 7th day. And people say that Saturday is the Sabbath day. But here you go. How about Saturn? And Saturn symbolizes this six-pointed star. But can I tell you something? This six-pointed star symbolizes something else. So above, so below. The above deals with the masculine. The above deals with the masculine. Below deals with the feminine. So above, so below. The yin and yang is also the same symbol. So we, the whole time, been going through the codes of Saturn. In astrology, Saturn deals with restrictions. Okay? So they don't want to tell you all this stuff, but you need to know this stuff because why? They boogeyman. Or it gets even more in depth, though. Y'all heard of the name Lucifer, right? So you see, I showed you about Saturn being Shaitan, another name for that. But also, in astrology, Saturn is the ruling planet of what? Capricorn, the sea goat. Okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to type in something. I'm going to go back to the videos. I'm going to go back to the videos. I'm going to go back to the videos, y'all. I'm going to go back to the videos. Just give me a second. Is Venus. We're going to see what this say. In Roman folklore, Lucifer, Lightbringer, in Latin, was the name of the planet Venus. It was often personified as a male figure bearing a torch. The Greek name for the planet was variously Prometheus. I think it's Prometheus. No, that's not Prometheus. I can't pronounce that word. I ain't fooling with that. But I wanted to show you that how Venus was called Lucifer. Look, Lucifer was believed to be the fallen angel and the devil in the Christian theology. Sin of pride. No, we ain't gonna go into all. I told you I don't use that as a reliable source. Let's go back. Come on now, send me back. So I'm gonna scroll over. Look at this. Now, see, exploring the connection is why Lucifer is associated with Venus. Let's go ahead and see, shall we? So I'm showing y'all. Hi, how you doing, beloved? I'm showing y'all all of this because y'all need to know how you've been bamboozled and lied to. Okay. Now, y'all know those that study Christianity. It says that Yahshua HaMashiach was the morning star as well. Lucifer name means the light bringer, linked to Venus, the morning star. Venus appears both the morning and evening star, symbolizing duality. It symbolizes duality too. The planet Venus, yin and yang. I'm showing y'all this because you need to know this. Then look, it says right here, read all of that. Ancient cultures often personified Venus as a deity associated with influencing the association with Lucifer. Religious texts and translations have played a role in merging the identities of Lucifer and Venus. Modern day interpretations view Lucifer as a symbol of rebellion, while Venus represents feminine power. Interesting, isn't it? This is stuff that they don't want us to talk about, but yet they try to say this is the evil one, when in actuality it's the planet Venus. Y'all, it says Lucifer, a name often enveloped in mystery, intrigue, translates to light bringer from Latin. This connection to light is not just a linguistic twist, but a symbolic one. In ancient texts, Lucifer is depicted as a radiant figure, often associated with the morning star, which is none other than Venus. The celestial link has sparked countless interpretations and myths, blending the boundaries between the divine and earthly, and earthly. Now, Venus as the morning star and evening star. Venus is also seen as the goddess of love. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I'm doing my best to debunk a lot of shit because they don't want you to know this stuff. And it talks about the duality of light and darkness. What is the website? I will show you the website right here. Yeah, I have a lot of tabs open because I like to teach and like to go over information. Look at that. So you can type that in. My whole thing is, it's time for us to wake up. And if we don't wake up and realize name is connected to Venus and that Saturn is connected to this, which is another name for, esoterically, Satan or Set. The story of Set and Haru or Horus. All of this. That right here, it also symbolizes, like I said, the yin and yang. Look, man, they don't want you to know the truth because they want to keep everything from you in blind sight, in plain sight, because they don't want you to know the power that you really do have. So we had to go through so much to get into this realm, and we had to go through that connected to Saturn. Remember, your body also pertains gases and so on. What if I tell you that this particular planet went by another name? Some people say that the name Saturn is also connected to the word ill or L. Some people say that esoterically. But I digress. I just want to show you some stuff real quick so you can not be in the fear mongering anymore. Because we're dealing with energies, beloveds. We're dealing with energies, nothing more than energies. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what this one is. So I'm gonna just hit this when I say what the hell. I'm trying to remember what it's about, y'all. Give me some time. Go ahead. But I want to put the camera back on myself real quick. They don't want us to know the truth. And you're like, what you mean? They don't want us to know the truth on how they are controlling us. It's real simple. It's called the King James. They control us with the King James in various Bibles. And I just now showed you how Venus is actually Lucifer and how Saturn is another name for Satan or Shaitan, right? So now we got to start questioning this stuff now. All these people that claim to be spiritualists, I'm not saying everybody. All these brothers and sisters on YouTube talking all this gibberish and shit. And saying they all praises the Most High. And don't realize that the Most High is the crown chakra, which is a direct link to the divine, to the cosmic forces. But you have to understand and understand and overstand and understand what's being said right now. Only a few people going to catch on. Only a few. Because they don't want you to know. See, you got so many daggone agents on these YouTube streets that don't want to talk about what I just now showed you. Because they need a following. We don't need followers over here. We need people to be independent thinkers and start thinking and start being more analytical and using discernment. You get what I'm saying? Fuck the fear mongering now. It's time to wake up. Now, can I go back to the Kundalini a little bit more just to elaborate, right? What if I tell you that the Kundalini is connected to the duality too, where you have to be balanced, the yin and yang, so above, so below, which is that star that represents Saturn. You hear the word Israel, the word Israel. Thank you. I appreciate you if you do. Look, nobody's not holding you up at quote unquote gunpoint, but I really want y'all to start really becoming the true independent thinkers that you truly are now. If you're watching this live, you know something that's not adding up when it comes down to religion, when it comes down to churches. I'm not bashing nobody's religion. I really want you to know it's time to start thinking. You have been in that trap for eons, for a long time. And you had questions like, yo, whoa, what's this and this? I'm going to go to the Kundalini a little bit, but let me just say something real quick. We are going into December 25th, right? Do y'all really know what that is? That is the birthday of Saturn, Saturnalia. Hold on. See, I know I'm gonna show some more videos. Don't get it twisted, man. I just want to show y'all this. Because we're under Rome. We're under the Roman law still. And like I said, I don't like using Wikipedia as a source. So what we're going to do, look at this. Look at this. I appreciate it, beloved. This young Mac. Oh, hi. Thank you, brother. Thank you, fam. Look at this. See, Saturnalia. Look at it say Rome Christmas or Christ Mass. The word Mass is dealing with unalive, sacrifice, whatever you want to say. Okay, Saturn. That is December 20. That's dealing with December 25th, beloveds. Look, I'm gonna play this video, like I said, for entertainment and educational purposes only. But look at this though. Look at what it says about Roman mythology. Saturn was an agricultural deity who was said to have reigned over the world in the golden age. How many people saying we're going back to the golden age, y'all, on these YouTube streets now? All the people, we're going back to the golden age. And look what it deals with. Saturn. It's connected to Saturn. But we're gonna get to that another time. But I just want y'all to see that, okay? Let's see what's up with this video real quick. Hopefully it'll play. It's 16 minutes long. We ain't gonna play the whole 16 minutes though.
Winter celebrations are popular across the world, with Christmas dominating much of the Western tradition. It's a winning recipe of things we love: friends, family, gift-giving, singing, feasting, partying, and more. The Romans too celebrated Christmas as far back as the 4th century AD. However, before that, they had their own winter holiday, which honestly blows the stockings off our own tradition. It was a week-long Mardi Gras-style street festival, fueled by endless drinking, where slaves became masters and fools were crowned king. You had all your classic holiday-style caroling and gift-giving, though far, far naughtier, with a healthy dose of ancient blackjack and hookers sprinkled on top. This was the festival of Saturnalia, Rome's awesome pagan Christmas. I spend a lot of time reading history books to make these documentaries, yet I still find myself with a growing list of titles I just don't have time to get to. I'm sure in your own busy life, it can be tough to find the time to explore as many books as you'd like. Thankfully, our sponsor Blinkist has a
So what I'm gonna
solution.
do, I'm gonna fast forward to the
Blinkist
origins
is
of
an app that
Saturnalia.
takes As with most other Roman religious customs, Saturnalia traces its origins back to the Greeks. It is this Hellenistic civilization which influenced Roman mythology early in its development and would continue to do so over the centuries. The Roman god Saturn, for example, is roughly synonymous with the Greek god Kronos, both of whom are associated with rebirth, harvest, and heralding a new.
Now, there's pictures of Kronos, depicted pictures of Kronos. Now, I'm giving you a warning on some of the pictures I'm about to show. It could be graphic, so you know what I'm saying. Viewers' discretion is advised. Okay, so let me. The ones that they might show, it might be a little bit graphic. Okay. The one that I always see is Kronos. All right, cool. But they showed Kronos in one of the pictures that I was talking about. He's actually eating a baby in one of the pictures. So I'm glad they didn't. Oh, yeah, that's the one right here. That's Kronos. Okay. Look, Kronos. Okay. And you notice he had in some of the pictures he had wings. Kronos. So, see, wings. What I'm doing is trying to get y'all to understand stuff. You've been lied to so long. And also, here's another picture of Kronos. This one right here. And you see, he got a little halo behind him. They look like. You see that? See, we need to understand what's really going on. How they've been lying to us. Rome is still ruling. So Rome been having hidden agendas and hidden secrets about their past. Okay? Now we're gonna go back to that video. So bear with me. I'm trying to remember where the hell I was at. I have so many daggone things. But if I don't find it, don't even worry about I just want to let y'all to know about what the real deal is, man. Because this shit is out of this world. All right. I'm trying to go back to. All right. Saturnalia. There you go.
In Rome, the holiday of Saturnalia started out humbly as an agricultural festival set around the winter solstice in December, when the people would collect their last harvest of the year. As they concluded this work, the occasion by honoring Saturn. This would be done at the temple of the harvest god at the foot of the Capitoline Hill. Here, Rome's priests would gather at the head of the population with the other upper classes wearing their best togas and the plebeians wearing their finest tunics. A parade of bulls, the largest of the year, would then be brought in and sacrificed. The event was carried out under the watchful eye of Saturn himself. The way this worked is the priests would actually bring with them a statue of the god bound in wool. As the ceremonies began, they would ritualistically unwrap the statue. Symbolically, this represented the idea of rebirth, where Saturn would appear like a newborn child springing from the womb in the 10th month. Once upon his couch, the god would then be able to partake in the feast which followed. For the remainder of the day, all forms of work and public business would be suspended. Over time, as Rome grew, the holiday would continue to evolve. The official ceremony we have just described apparently underwent a series of reforms around the 3rd century BC, when Greek practices were imported upon consultation with the Sibylline books. Additionally, the festival would now be pinned to December 17th, rather than arbitrarily following the final harvest. Because of the holiday's popularity, it was also incrementally expanded over time, from one feast day up to a total of 7. Let's now take a closer look at the full glory of this pagan Christmas. The days leading up to Saturnalia would have Rome abuzz. As a major public holiday, it was the duty of the aediles to oversee the official preparations. With their reputation on the line, they would have been hard at work planning on how to make this year's celebrations as memorable as possible. Part of this involved employing hundreds of laborers to transform Rome for the occasion by cleaning the streets, setting up decorations, and erecting temporary structures. This would be necessary to accommodate the huge swell in the city's population caused by celebrants flocking in from the countryside. After all, Rome was still a highly rural society, with many small towns and farms dominating the land. Saturnalia, as a harvest festival, was a particularly strong magnet for farmers who were keen to give thanks to Saturn, as well as to be able to reunite with old friends and acquaintances in the big city. Thus, Rome's homes, inns, and taverns filled with growing excitement as families looked forward to the festivities. With the days slowly ticking away, people were sure to be rushing around to make final preparations and close out business before the holidays. Finally, the day would come. It was December 17th. Starting in the early hours of the morning, people across Rome would awake and begin to stream into the Forum, eager to secure the best spots and celebrate the time-honored tribute to Saturn. Once settled, they waited with bated breath. Soon, their patience would be rewarded by a low rumble that would begin to grow and grow until, in the distance, its source was revealed. A grand parade was making its way through the streets of Rome. At its head were the priests and senate, and behind them, a seemingly endless line of bulls made its way past the throngs of onlookers until eventually coming to a stop before the Temple of Saturn.
We want to stop right
Here,
there.
the animals would then be sacrificed.
I'm going to stop right there because we need to know the truth. The whole time you're thinking that this was a holiday dealing with giving and all of that, when it's actually a holiday celebrating Saturn, Kronos. And esoterically, you say Shaitan. Esoterically. So, you know, I really want y'all to understand something. The whole 3-6 thing, that is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, which also make up carbon. Carbon is also a form of melanin. And most of all, it all connects back to the mitochondrial DNA. It goes back to that. It goes back to the chakras and all of that. So my thing to everybody that's watching, why are they trying to keep things secret from those that start thinking freely, that are not bound by religion? They don't want those that are free thinkers and start really thinking about something that's not adding up, because they done put a spell on the people for a long time. And what they do, they mix it up with truths. and falsehoods. I think, well, I don't know about you all, but I think that I'm tired of being lied to. I want to know what I am, who I am, what I came here for, just like everybody else. So somebody owes answers. That's why there's a good saying that you can look within to find answers, which means you can also meditate and also doing your own research. Because if something does not sound right to you, beloveds, what you need to do is start researching, start finding out things, start finding out the origins. That is how you get your answers along the way. Now, I showed certain videos today. There's other videos I want to show, but I'm not going to show them tonight. I'm going to make this another part of it, another part. Probably, let's go ahead and say I can do the finishing up on Saturday, if that's okay with y'all. Because I really want to expound a little bit with the Kundalini and how all this is connected to a degree where y'all can get this full understanding. Um, I have to say, they really did on humanity by using fear. Now let's go ahead and type in the reptilian brain, how this all plays a part to the Kundalini and all this other stuff. Because I'm gonna end it with the reptilian brain real quick. And I don't want you to think that I'm all over the place, but I need you to really understand where I'm going at with this. Because all I'm gonna bring this together on Saturday, try to connect everything together. Because I'm gonna look at this video myself and critique myself on our channel. Let me see. Reptilian brain. Give me a second. Rep. And okay. I spelled reptile all wrong. God dang. I feel horrible. Hold up. Dang. I know I can spell. God dang it. Hold up. There you go. Let's see. Now give me a second. And like I said, I don't like using uh Wikipedia for my source. See, but it's right here. This is the real name for the reptilian brain. Right there. Okay. Now I'm gonna scroll down. Look at that. See? Then you ask yourself, well, what does that have to do with it? It deals with a lot. Because the reptilian, let's see if it can what it consists. I think it's fear. I'm gonna type in fear and let me see. So look, see how the reptilian causes anxiety and how to retain it. See? Stuff they don't want you to know about the reptilian brain. And it responds to anxiety and fear, which increases discomfort. So once we master self and realize the lies that they use to trap us in religion and how they use two boogeyman beings, and tell you that this is what they represent, but You can't find the or don't look for the origin because my book has the keys and it's the truth in our religion. What they don't tell you is that these religions bring fear mongering to you to capture and bring forth anxiety and fear. And the body, the mind, body, and soul. That's what they do. Instead of you becoming a spiritual being living a human experience and realize everything has a life to it, and at time you realize that the creator is feminine and not masculine, you be like, yo, something is all effed up, which it is. Because what they are teaching you is to be trapped. They're teaching you to be in fear because fear brings forth anxiety and it also increases dysfunction, discomfort. You know what I'm saying? It brings forth you always feeling like you're in danger, all of the above. That keeps you suppressed, oppressed, and stressed. So, how does this all connect to the Kundalini? Once you do certain things, breathing exercises, going out into nature, realizing the cosmos that you're one with what you consider nature, God, whatever you want to say, however your perception may be, when you realize that you're one with the divine, and you start doing certain things like yoga, breathing exercises, martial arts, you name it, and you start mastering and finding out more about that chi, and start mastering and finding out about to these highly functional developing powers or gifts, dealing with psychic powers by realizing and mastering that divine feminine energy, which is the X chromosome, by the way, which is connected to the Kundalini, then you start realizing that, God damn it, these people did not want me to go through my awakening. But they also have their agent Smiths working OT to keep you from learning about who you are. It's like, okay, use me as the quarterback, you the receiver. Okay, I'm giving you all this information. I'm passing it to you like a quarterback in, hoping that you receive it because you're running a route to catch it. But guess what? The NPCs, the agent Smiths, are the DBs, the defensive backs. They are also, right? They're also the defensive linemen or women, okay? And they're rushing the quarterback. Meanwhile, me being the quarterback, I'm passing you the ball so you can receive the information. The NPCs, those defensive players, are trying to keep the ball from coming to your direction so you can receive it, so you can receive it, so you can receive it because y'all running in routes. And what the NPCs and agents are doing, they're following you. Why? Because you're waking up. They can sense the energy of you waking up and going through this awakening. So they're going to use all the charisma, all of their people that they can find on these YouTube streets that are agents. And they want you not to wake up and start questioning shit. They don't want you to start questioning them. A lot of them don't want you questioning them. They'll get upset. The ones that's actually are agents, they will get upset because you're questioning their information, their knowledge, their understanding, and projecting it out as understanding for y'all to see and feel it. And then you start getting the understanding and overstanding, understanding, and also the true understanding because knowledge is like currency, it flows like water. But you got to catch it and also you got to see it. All I got to say is that there's so many things I want to say on this channel of ours that I can't say. So it's time for us to start thinking and start analyzing and start using discernment on those that's not telling you the truth. You got all these people waiting for saviors and waiting for a savior when you are all the savior. My beloveds, all I got to tell y'all, it's time to start thinking independently and start thinking outside in the box. You need to understand another thing when it comes down to the Kundalini and the mitochondrial DNA, which is called the Eve gene. It is only found in specific type of women. That is the so-called black woman or woman, Asiatic woman, Hebrew Israelite woman, whatever you call yourself. That's what it all connects to. But those that keep on saying that they're Israelites, I got something to share with you. Israel means Isis, Ra, and Il. Guess what that represents? The moon, the sun, and Saturn, which is where you get your hexagram. And then you have lights at the end. So you're the lights of Isis, Ra, and Il. And if you really want to be technical, Masonic terms, light means knowledge. You know, we got to really wake up and realize the lies that we've been told all this time. For real. All these YouTubers that are agents that's lying to the people. I like how the numbers was fluctuating on this channel of ours earlier, because we're going to find out who's going to be using these words and who's going to be saying things, and they're going to rearrange them just so they can have it seem like they said it. I'm telling you, that's what they're going to do. I tell you, I listen to keywords all the time on these other channels that you know you've been questioning about the person that's talking. They're going to use words that's similar, but they're going to try to use it in their own way. Because a lot of people that say that they're aware or conscious, they're not really that. They're your NPCs and your agent Smiths. There's another name for the story of Sophia and the Demiurge. Keep that in mind, the story of Sophia and the Demiurge. Another name for these agent Smiths and these NPCs, they're called the Archons. They are your description of fallen angels living a human experience. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to wake up. They want to keep you asleep because they don't want you to realize, hey, I've been in this deep sleep all this time, and they lied to me. And starseeds either, exactly. They don't want the starseeds to know listen, they don't want y'all to know that you star children. They don't want you to know that you're star children. Many of you are not from here spirit-wise. You came here and volunteered, and they are sending their agents at your ass. They're sending them at you like this. All these people on these other YouTube channels that's saying that they spiritualists, I only give a certain one a shout out that I know that's doing the work. But you got a lot of these NPCs that claim to be conscious or claim to be aware, and they're not. They're in it for likes and views and money. We not like that over here. We want y'all to wake up. We want y'all to wake up. It's time to wake up. The word starseed means that you're a human. Listen, you're pretty much, the terminology for starseed really is an angelic human being that's living a human experience that come from different star systems. I'm just giving you a little breakdown of it. I'm not going to give you a whole definition. I'm just giving you a serious breakdown of it because it relates, because many of you come from different star constellations. Why do you think they use astrology to find out what your zodiac zodiac signs are connected to different star constellations. They've been putting you to sleep the whole time and having you thinking one thing when it's another thing. They put fear in your heart because they know how the reptilian brain works. They feast off of the etheric energy. Your etheric plasma is what they eat and feed off of. That's why they got to put fear. Thank you. Star seeds don't regurgitate and have their and hold up. Star seeds don't regurgitate. They have their own way and path. Exactly. We need to stop listening to these fools. They playing you out there, having you thinking they know what they're talking about. But as soon as you ask them a goddamn question, they catch your attitude, or they want to block you. They want to curse you out. They want to say everything in their power. But they can't bring this kind of information to you. Know about Saturn and Venus. And the sad thing is, they will not give you that breakdown. And when you ask them a question, they are not going to answer, not going to be able to answer it. You need to now realize, star children, it is our time. We've been asleep too long. All that chosen one shit talk these motherfuckers talking about, excuse my language, all this chosen one shit that these people talking about, right? Saying that they chosen, star seeds, we were the ones that were chosen. We chose to come here. We made the contract with the divine mother. You hear what I said? We made the contract to the divine mother. We knew that we had to come down here. Many of us, some of us were called light workers. Some of us are avatars. The avatar meaning a divine being or a divine teacher, pretty much, that was placed in human flesh, that came from the angelic or the ancestral abode. I'm just paraphrasing it. We need to stop playing with these. Listen, we got to stop realizing that these motherfuckers that. And I know they probably buffering me. I know the channel might be acting up because they don't want you to know this truth, man. They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know none of this. That's how I tell everybody. You know when a person telling the truth because they start buffering, the channel start acting up because they don't want you to wake the hell up. But we're gonna make another part to this. All right, we're gonna make another part to this. Starseed, I like your energy, Starseed. For real, you good. All of those that spoke on here, appreciate all of y'all on this channel of ours. I hate to say this is my channel, this is our channel. It's time for us to start taking back our rightful shit and stop listening to these daggone people that don't acknowledge the real star children and don't even acknowledge who we really are and why we come here. They don't want to do that because they want to be you. How these people going to be on these channels and these platforms saying that they spiritual and they this and they that and they conscious, but they regurgitate what somebody else said, and then at the same time they don't want to bring the information properly for you to get the understanding. They want you to worship them. Listen, these archons want you to worship them. Y'all need to look up the Demiurge and Sophia. Okay, keep the energy going. I want to let you know I appreciate all y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna say this and I end it like this: love, peace, light, and darkness, which brings the yin and yang, so above, so below, which is the divine feminine and masculine to bring forth supreme balance. May the primordial mother watch over you and yours, because now it's time for us to start looking at the primordial mother. because we're dealing with the Vistica Pisces too. Look up the word Vistica Pisces. We did a video on this on our channel on the Vistica Pisces. Look at that. Now you're going to see why we say the great primordial mother. Tiamat is one of her names, which is also this planet. Name of this planet, Tiamat, Gaia. She know it or not. Hey, Mother Shelley, I'm telling y'all, it's time. Enough is enough. Stop listening to these goddamn fake ass YouTubers that claim to be spiritual and they not, and they claim to be fucking intergalactic beings and shit. On damn well their asses are cops, low key. And the brother Pisces King know I'm talking about. Probably Mother Shelley too, on here on YouTube saying that they intergalactic got there going princes and stuff. A prince and lying. But was a man, get out of here with that, man. Listen, we don't have time for games. Tricks are for kids, which means goats, baby goats. And none of us are baby goats. We are truly star children. We come from the cosmos. We know who we are. We were given these gifts. We know we had other lifetimes and so on, many of us. We know about the crystal children, the rainbow children, the rainbow warriors. We know about all of that. We know about us coming back here to start letting everybody know what's up. Some of us are spiritual warriors. Some of us are getting out the gifts and powers and stuff and realizing we are the true X-Men. Got these people over here on these YouTube streets lying to the people, being who they are, which are archons, who claim to be scholars, but there's no scholarship. But you're quick to ask for money. You're quick for asking for help. You're always quick to talk about, hey, drop my links. If you want to support, you want to support. The real support is people listening to you. And if they're going to give you money, offering to you. They don't have to give you a dime. This is where we need to start realizing stuff like that. Enough is enough with these games with these fools, man. You got people that come on our channel, take this information, recycle it, and put it on their channel. And then y'all thinking that they know what they're talking about, but as soon as you question them, they don't know what to say, or they regurgitate or try to figure out something, or they'll have somebody featured on their channel because they don't know the answers to what the hell they're talking about. That is another form of energy vampirism. I know I said the Greek one I had to get off of here, but no, fuck that. I got to get this out. Let me tell you something. I got a message for somebody. I don't know this brother. I spoke to this brother before. But I really want you to listen to this message. Beloved citizen man, take heed and be careful who you are being featured with. Those that claim to be something, those that claim to be spiritual and claim to be this and that, are wolves in sheep's clothing. They are your energy vampires. That Nasara you talk about, we know somebody that had been studying it for 20 years. The true star seeds are aligned with the right people. The fake star seeds are aligned with the false light. The real star seeds came from out the darkness to the light. And they know that the darkness is where they came. What is the darkness? The cosmic forces, the cosmic energy, which we call the Vistica Pisces. We know about the great primordial mother. The real star seeds know. The real light workers know. We know about the supreme balance and also Mayat. So by you being a Caribbean brother and being a part of the diaspora, keep in mind, archons always find a way to drain your energy. This is something that needed to be said. Enough is enough with the Arcanian energy because they know how to drain your spirit, y'all. They call them NPCs, they call them zombies, they call them whatever, they call them fallen angels, all of that stuff. They call them in every name in the book. Everybody that is not human. Matter of fact, before I even get off this channel of ours for the stream, can I show y'all this video? I'm gonna show y'all this video. Somebody trying to call me. Trying to call me though. Somebody trying to call me. Who don't know? But I know I'm buffering bad. Dang, somebody trying. All right. Check it out. Let me go to the video. I have to put this all out there because it's like everybody on this planet is not human as well. There's so much stuff that I really want to say on this channel of ours, but I can't really say but so much. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I really hope that message get out to you, brother citizen man, for real. You better keep your eyes open. Them energy vampires, them archons are real. Keep entertaining them. They famous for deflecting. Look at this. Big homie CC on thermal camera exposing aliens.
I don't have my thermal camera with me because, you know, when people keep talking about the whole reptilian thing, the reptiles are cold-blooded. Right. About the weather. When you walk around with that thermal camera, and you got it with you all day, you learn things about your environment, and you learn that everybody around you ain't a flesh and blood human being. Okay. So let's go back. And that's something that I don't think nobody will really put their name behind, but so you said there's a lot of so for sure. Everybody we see is not a human being like we would think. Absolutely. There we go. They walk among us.
Remember on They Live, you threw the glasses down. He's seeing through the veil, the skeleton, the exo. Throw the glasses up, normal life. You know they have other cameras that can capture your aura. So what he's saying isn't bad. It's not bad.
I'm gonna play this one more again because y'all see how something is calling my phone. I don't know if it's somebody that I know, but that's, you know, that says a whole lot as far as the vibration of frequency.
Extraterrestrial beings with a thermal camera.
I don't have my thermal camera with me because, you know, when people keep talking about the whole reptilian thing, the reptiles are cold-blooded. Right. About the weather. When you walk around with that thermal camera, and you got it with you all day, you learn things about your environment, and you learn that everybody around you ain't a flesh and blood human being. Okay. So let's go back. And that's something that I don't think nobody will really put their name behind, but. So you said there's a lot of different things here. So for sure. Everybody we see is not a flesh and blood human being like we would think. Absolutely. So it's just like there we go. They're among us. It's just like the movie. They walk among us. They walk among us.
You remember on They Live, he threw the glasses down. He's seeing through the veil, the skeleton, the exo. Throw the glasses up, normal life. You know they have other cameras that can capture your aura. So what he's saying isn't bad. It's not bad.
That's what I wanted to let y'all know. To all the true light workers, to all the true star seeds, star children, to all the real chosen ones. Not the real ones. Not the shook ones, but the real ones. Not the regurgitating ones, peace. Not the regurgitating ones, but the real ones. All the real star seeds, all the real chosen ones. Got a war on our hands with these people. They are not doing the work like they claim. They're not doing the research and they're actually teaching the people. They're not letting the people know about how Tiamat is a dragon planet and how she is alive and well. And shout out to Mother Shelley Kaysen, who said out her mouth that the oil is her blood. See, we need to start realizing what the hell is going on. All the real star children, y'all know what time it is. We always can't be love, peace, and light all the time. Can't do that. You got to also show your warrior side, your spiritual warrior side. We supposed to be ones with nature, one with the divine. Even the divine have to go ahead and fight. This is spiritual warfare at its finest. They don't want you to wake up. They've been having all these different Agent Smiths, all these goddamn fake ass conscious people or aware people amongst us, regurgitating shit, copying off of other people, recycling and feeding it back to you. Because they want you not to wake up. They don't want you to start going out there, what you came here to do. Your aura, which is connected to your auric field that protects you, that auric field that protects you, your aura is protected by that auric field. Your job is to start letting people know about the vibrations through the frequencies that we know, to bring the divinity back to the planet. And to finally put the mothers, the fathers, the daughters and sons back to where they belong. Next to the mother who's supposed to sit on that throne. Because she is the aspect of Tiamat. Enough with these people that be talking all that gibberish and shit. When you ask them questions, they don't know what to say out their mouth. I told y'all that it was a sister that was attacked, or a young lady that was attacked by a witch. And this person on their channel, when she needed his help, this person literally said, raise your vibrations and get a Babalao. Or call a Babalao. These are the kind of beings that we have that's in the consciousness on what we're supposed to be doing and supposed to be demonstrating, supposed to be teaching. These are the kind of beings, these archons are the ones that we got to deal with that's saying stuff like that. What is a Babalao? People need to know what a Babalao is. I'm not going to give that answer so that a person can probably watch our channel and take it and use it. That's why I gave the message to the brother citizen, man. Hey, I mean what I say. And there's many others that's on these YouTube streets that mean well to the people. So shout out to y'all that mean well and is doing right for the people. All the ones that we give a shout on this channel that we show divine love to, we love all of y'all. But we know that y'all are the ones that's leery of those beings too. Shout out to Real Kaya, just to name a few. Black Conjuring, Black Witch Yaya, Brother Yosef, Travis Magnus, Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Malachi York, just to name a few. Sister Myra Moss. I'm just naming people that I Professor James Smalls, all of y'all that know. All the star children across the globe, all of the light workers that know about from which we came, and what we came here to do. All of the avatars, to all the avatars that's going to come incarnated in this realm. I'm letting y'all know we've been at war, spiritual warfare, ever since we kept on incarnating down here. And I'm here to say, as your little big brother, it's time to cut this shit short. Because like I said, and many others, everybody on this planet is not human. And to all the men and the women, be or she might be something that's not from here, and you're bringing children that don't belong here. I'm being real. Because this planet itself is surrounded by too much negativity that is actually being destroyed. That's why it's very important to go back to ancient practices, because many of you star children are supposed to be shamans, healers, divine healers, and so on, alchemists. The list goes on. High priest in certain spiritual practices. Many of you supposed to be. Please understand. Let this not be the last time your little big brother tell you this. On that note, I will do a sequel to this. Okay? Love, peace, light, darkness, supreme balance, which is the yin and yang, which is the divine feminine and the divine balance. May the great mother, the ancestors, the archangels, the angels watch you and yours, protect you and yours. I love all y'all. Peace.